Hello, I am live. There we are. Just wait for a few people to come in. How are we all anyway? Sorry, I'll just sit in, getting all set up, got my lights on. And I do have a couple of items that I can get to listing. Okay, so where's the t-shirts? I've got a couple of t-shirts here. I really need to get through. Aha, there we go. Beastie Boy, hello. Good evening. Good to have you as company. I'm in my bed loaded with a cold. Oh no. That sucks. Yeah, it's been going around, but yeah, people have been taking COVID tests, and it's not like a variant of COVID. It's just a flu, isn't it? But it has been going around. I've heard. Right, I can put that down there. Yeah, it's going to be a quick one tonight. I might have to go, in fact, in a minute. I just realised something. Or not go in a minute, but like go soon. Right, WWE. That's what it is. Right, WWE. I'm trying to do this now. So look. There we go. But yeah, I did a load of listing last night, and I did a fair bit. I did okay, but like I haven't done a lot today. I think I've done like 2 or 3. It's not been like a big kind of day. Why is that? Okay. So yeah, I've just been I thought maybe a live might just like give me a kick up the bum that I need. Hi Shagan, how are you? Yeah, and I've got like a couple of things that I just need to do. I thought if I just come on live, get it done. You never know. Beard looking good. Oh god, yeah. Do you know? I think this is the longest I've had it in like years. I just like haven't bothered shaving, to be honest. Everyone always says like when I shave, I always look like really young when I shave, but obviously, like it's been a while. Oh, and the Packers hat, yeah. Well, I got it in Dublin, and as I have been adopted by some like the Packers fans, it kind of feels like that's it now. Even though, although they did win yesterday, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're not doing too well this season, but they did win yesterday, which is a win is a win. We'll take a win. Where is it? XL. It is. I might be going to Wisconsin next month for a game. Oh, nice. Yeah. What's it? Is it Lombardi Field? What is that? So I had someone message me saying, why is my item taking so long? And I was like, what? That t-shirt I've sent out, I remember picking it. Anyway, so I was like, adamant. I was like, I can't find it's not here. I've sent it out. I checked the tracking, and it said we're waiting for the item. I was like, what? Anyway, I checked one of the bags. it was there. I was like, oh my God, it was like, don't know if you spoke about it, but what's your thoughts on cancer research announcing the number of shop closures? Well, they put so the excuse that they give is that the wages are too high. Not, it's not. They are, and like the increase in online sale on online platforms, that is true. Because only a certain percentage goes to the actual charity. And what I mean by that is like the charities sit on a stockpile of cash. So they have a surplus, they run a surplus. So they've got enough money to pay people. That's not been an issue. But what they're doing is they recognize that the structure is changing in terms of charity shopping, and it's not tiny little shops on like the high streets anymore. It's the big super centers like they have in America, like they're doing them over here. They have been for about 10 years. And to be honest, I think cancer research was one of the first ones to adopt that approach. I know that Bernardo's have big ones now, and Oxfam have seen a really big one. And the Dougie Mac near me, that's a local charity to the county, and they have one massive one and then lots of little ones. But it's all, the structure's changing, the high street is changing, the overheads aren't justifiable anymore. But why would you pay, say, like 20 to 100 tiny charity shops the business rates, or even its reduced business rates, when you can just pay for one? That's kind of what it is. Are there any charities on Whatnot? If I were them, I just, yeah. So there is actually a few on Whatnot. North Devon Hospice, I love them. I love North Devon Hospice. I love, not because I've had any sort of personal dealings with them. I've actually shopped in there. What's it before? But there's two. I think there's 2 or 3 girls that run the Whatnot show that they do, and they work bloody hard because they do everything. Those girls, and I think they're students, or like they might be volunteer. I don't know, but I think they are volunteers. But yeah, they run everything. They do everything, and the packaging and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's that. But I think it was already headed that way anyway. So like British Heart Foundation, that's another one that does these big kind of like places. They've got the most shops, but they've also got the most overheads. Like, well, the higher prices for some reason, but they pay, I think they pay for a manager and a deputy manager, if I can get it right. I don't think cancer research pays for a deputy manager. I think they just pay for a site manager, like a shop manager, and then an area, and then a regional kind of thing. Hi, Kath, how are you? But yeah, this has been happening like, sorry, this is a bit kind of like deep Beastie Boy, sorry. But this has been happening, like the slow erosion of the charity shop from the high street. It's been happening for ages. I'm surprised it hasn't. I'm surprised they didn't take advantage of COVID and just completely change the business model. But yeah, I think it doesn't really have anything to do with the minimum wage hike, because they wouldn't pay. Hang on, wait, let me find what the CEO is actually paid. CEO salary 2024. £288,200 for the period of April the 1st, 2024 to March 31st, 2025. This figure reflects the compensation structure for the CEO of the organisation. £288,200. Now, we all know that, like, yeah, sure, CEO pay, we get it. Like, it's run as a business, so whatever. So, hang on, wait, where's the CEO? Oh, yeah, the National Trust is 209 million. Sorry, 209,000. Arts Council England is only 40,000, yet it's got over £1 billion in funding, because it's mainly via the government, that one. Macmillan Cancer, the CEO is 2,000, and it's Linda Thomas CBE in 2022. That was the last one that we have, and that is 227 million. And cancer charity turnover. Now, interestingly, Nutfield Health, that's a private organisation, but they do have registered charity what's it, so that's not really reflective. That's not very fair, I don't think. He gets paid, Steve Gray, he gets paid, or this is from 2022, 1.2 million, but the turnover is 1.2 billion, and it represents 10% of the actual structure, but it's not, because it's a private business. Who's that? Barney Vassell. Barney Shoes are fantastic. Okay. I see they've opened a bigger store in Glasgow, but surely they must get a lot of donations locally at stores. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to have, but people have to drive to that mini little store just to donate anyway. So driving a little bit out of your way to a industrial estate. Usually it's like those big industrial estates where you've got like a Tesco, a B&M, you know, a Carpet Right or something, and then you have like a cancer research, something like that. Yeah, so you could probably say like, okay, I need to get some shopping from Aldi or something. It's across the way from that big cancer. Like they can. I don't think it'll affect donations. I don't think it'll affect donations. The level of donations. If anything, it might actually be a lot more accessible for most people. Instead of parking up in the center of a town, of like a little town, getting charged just to drop off some stuff. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think they are? A charity? Exactly. Sight Savers, 261 million, and she gets, Caroline Harper gets 144,000. Oh, this is new. Welcome Trust. I don't know about this. I've never heard this one, but in 2017, they had a turnover of 1,134 million. What the hell? And the CEO got paid 445,000. Yeah, Age UK 190,000, but that was in 2015. That's just on Wikipedia. I couldn't find what's it, but we have an updated list for 2022. Average CEO's pay at the largest charities rises on average. Here we go. Civilsociety.co.uk. This is it. So there's also, I think, is this the one that does the? Oh no, it's the Charity Shop Network news network thing. So this is from this year, March the 3rd. Average CEO pay at UK's largest charities rises to 192,000. So this fella who does the cancer research, he's getting paid almost. He's getting paid 90 odd thousand more than the other CEOs. He's at the top end. The person that's getting that, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I'm just putting that highest and lowest paid leaders. Yeah. So yeah, Welcome CEO. She's on 580,000. I don't know what that is. Francis Crick Institute. Oh, the Crick Institute. I know that. How do I know that? Church of Scotland, 95. International Rescue Committee. They're on 107,000. Paul Main, Territorial Commander, because it's the commander of the Salvation Army. He receives an annual remuneration, so a fee of organizer of 22,000 to cover his cost of living. So the Sally Army actually don't pay their CEO or the commander, because it's all that territorial stuff, and it's all localized, isn't it? So you'll have a UK one, you have an American one, you have an Australian one. Yeah, so they get a lot less. 62% of men make up of the top 93 CEOs, according to the survey. Over 30% of the 92 CEOs for which information was available has been in the post for a year or less. Nearly 7 out of 10 CEOs previously had a position in the voluntary sector before taking up their current role. This compares with 17% who were previously in the private sector and 16% that was in the public sector. That's a nice balance, I think. Between them, all the charities in the survey has a combined total 3-year average income of £17.9 billion The top three charities, Nutfield Health, the Charities Aid Foundation, and Cancer Research UK, have a combined 3-year average income of 2.58 billion. There you go. So, just a bit of news there. So, yeah, it took a bit of a detour, this one I was listing, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. I don't begrudge anybody getting a good whack of pay, like a good wage. But can they back it up? Because I know for a fact that the people at certain charities, like I think it's Mind and Scope and Sense, I think it is, or maybe Sense is a different one. I can't remember. But basically, the money that actually goes towards the actual thing that they're funding for, it's quite low. I think it's about 30 odd %, because the rest of it is taken to head office and pay, and it's to pay overheads. And of course, you can have overheads. You can say, oh well, that printer, we've had to buy like so much paper for it. We've had to do that. We're renting out space. We're doing this. So like, they create a lot of expenses. But then the first ones to go are the managers at the stores. Like, it's not at the top. It's like that person on 288,000. I bet they don't. That CEO probably doesn't take a pay cut of like 100 grand. So like say 10 shops stay open. No. It's always them to supplement the top. I've seen it as low as 23, exactly. I can't remember what was the Frank? Is it discover the structure of the DNA? That's it. I knew it. Yes. With Rosalind Franklin, exactly. She should have won the. What's it? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? It's mad how a lot of these people volunteer while management make footballer money. Yes. I meant never mentioned. Yes, she's never mentioned. Yes. I only donate to charities that have 100% donation policy. Yeah. And cancer research prices are very high. There are certain ones. There's one near me where they've got anything under £5. So it's 5, 3, and 2. And they've got to just price it up accordingly. I found some Lokes that they priced at 3 for me. I found some golf gear, Oscar Jacobs and stuff, that they priced it at 3 and 2. You've got to be careful. The cancer researchers that have, I think there's one in Newcastle, there was one in Lancaster, and there's one in Ashton. Those are the only 3 I can remember, but there is more of these £5 or under cancer researchers. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think you're going to get these big ones that do that, and it's very much like the American versions. One in Leeds City Centre will rent be commercial terms. Probably. That's the thing. That's another thing. The city centre ones, they think they can get away with charging astronomical prices for like the good stuff because everything gets sent there, to like these big boutique-y ones. And I suppose they can survive if they're clever enough. But the site managers don't have as much leeway. They have to follow a script. They can't deviate from it. Like, they can't get extra licensing hours because it costs money, because you have to have an extension on the music and on if you serve any alcohol or drinks or anything. There's so many different things that come into play where if a shop manager really wants to do something different and do like late night openings, they can't. They're stranglehold, or they're held by the area manager and the what's it manager. So yeah, it's annoying. The Christie Institute paid a fortune for a new car park. It was hundreds of thousands of pounds. Then they abandoned the platform. Fuck's sake, that's money that was raised, and it's gone to waste. It's like, but then it's to justify their own kind of thing. Like, they probably had a big ceremony saying, "Oh, look what we're doing with the money, la 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 la. It justifies our pay, la 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 la." And then about 2 years later, it never materializes. But the money spent on consultants, that's gone. Yeah, sorry, I was on my soapbox now. Got on my soapbox then for a second. Sorry, guys. There was a British Art Foundation by the market, always empty till it became a clearance shop. Yeah. See, I don't mind. Like, I feel like every charity shop needs a £1 rail. It just does. It just needs a £1 rail just to get rid of stuff. I think they could do like a 4 for a pound section, like a bin or something like that. I know a few that do that, but yeah, I think they need to get with the times a little bit, or else they're going to be stuck with a lot of crap and not a lot of sales. And that's how you miss your quarterly targets in a shop. And that's the area manager will be like, oh, you can't do this, can't do this. And then they'll end up closing you down. Sorry, I definitely was on my soapbox then. I do apologize. He knows me so much. Same. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just. Sorry. Yeah, I might have to go in a minute. I'm sorry. I thought I was all right coming online and everything, and what's it? I had it. My stomach's just. I feel really like sicky. Do you know like how when it kind of like your mouth, you can feel it in your mouth like you might be sick. It might be that. I'm taking a few deep breaths. It's all good. We're chatting strictly. Right. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, you know when like you can feel it, and it doesn't feel nice. Go and have a drink. Yeah. I had some water before I came on, so it might be that like going down and like. Please don't be sick in camera. I don't feel good. It's oh sorry, Beastie Boy. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, I won't be. I don't think I'll be sick. I'm just taking a deep breath because it's dead funny. Whenever I drink anything now, like my hernia, I keep going on about it, but basically, it's like it sticks out. It sticks out. So, what's it? But the intestine where it goes into, you can actually hear the water. Like it's like basically like it sounds like my belly's rumbling, and it's not. It's actually just stuff going through my intestine. That's how it's like how much it's sticking out, and how much it's like really painful there. So I know it's a bit of TMI, too much information, but yeah, if you hear like a grumbling, I'm not hungry. I literally just had my tea. It's just the water that I gulp down. I gulp down a load of water, so it passes through the stomach and into the intestines. Unfortunately, because I've got a hernia, I can kind of like feel it. I can actually push it in as well. I can push like a little bit in, and you could probably hear it if I. No, I'm not going to do that. Children need a minimum of 95p in the pound goes to product. Yes, I think that's a good one. I think children needs good. Is it Red Nose or Sports? Comic Relief or Sport Relief. There was one of them where the CEO got caught, didn't they? Not spending the money that got raised. So there was something they were running too much of a surplus. Oh, I think that stuff tastes minging these days. No, it's Evian, darling. Plus, I've got Brita filtered. I love Brita filtered water. It's well nice. Stop, please. I know it's so wrong, isn't it? But it started off like that big, my hernia, like it was like a little bump, and now it's like literally like that. It's like I can get a handful of it. I can literally hold it in a hand. But they refuse to operate. Going to donate to Pudsley. Yeah, I'm doing this thing. I'm not doing Children in Need. I do this. They do a toy drive for. Is it the mustard seed? or the mustard tree in Manchester. I always forget what it's called. But basically, they do like a toy drive thing, so I'm just going to do that and buy a load of like toys from the works or something. I don't know. I had a bad week last week on eBay too. They must be playing. Yeah, it's been really weird on eBay this week. Yeah, let's get up to talking about eBay. Yeah, it's been very strange. I don't know what's going on. I've had 2 sales today on my main account and 1 sale on my consignment account. I've also had like a number of offers on Vinted, and I've actually sold 2 items. Is it? Oh, yeah. Well, that one was sold today. Yeah, that was just now. Yeah, so that one was just now. So I sold something like before, not now, but I have a lost return. Oh God, I've got 3 returns. Guess what's the excuse? Oh no, wait. To be fair, no, it's 2 returns and 1 item got lost in the post. Basically, it got lost, so I'm claiming that back. But like the 2 returns are not fit. They don't fit. Hi, Babs. I had 8 sales over the weekend and 3 today. Oh, that's all right. Please with the buddy, yeah. I'll be launching the butter if it doesn't start playing in or, keeping up. Right. Sorry. Someone's... Oh. Sorry, I just had to do this. Oh, people talking. There we go. Leave me alone. Stop asking silly questions. I had my first return request. Reason was doesn't fit. Yeah, it usually does. Isn't it? Mine is a vase that doesn't fit. Oh my God. Where were they wearing it? Who knows? In fact, don't answer that. Yeah. we don't want to answer that. Yeah, so not feeling 100%, which ain't good. So it might have to be a quick one tonight. I've done 1 listed. That's good. Yeah. Feeling a bit iffy. Yeah, I am. I'm going to. Where am I going to? Is it Wigan, Skelmersdale? I'm going to see Mark on Thursday, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, I've been listing quite a lot of stuff on and off. What have you been eating? I had fish for tea. Like it was salmon. It was a nice piece of salmon. It was really. Salmon's not cheap. It's nice. So I'm a bit like, oh God. Check the listing size in the title and description plus photos with a ruler. Yeah. Safe. I think you covered, Rebecca. Don't worry about it. Oh, no. Do you know when you can feel it? Oh, for God's sake. Right, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go. I feel ill. I'm just gonna like get some water and sit near the toilet for a bit. And just be like, I'm sorry guys. I shouldn't have gone. I felt fine when I started the live. But yeah, thank you everybody. Sorry it's been literally half an hour. A quick blast. But yeah, we've ranted and raved about about charity shops, about cancer research and charity pay. We've caught up a little bit. Sip the water, yes. We've rubbed the butter. Get him in. I will do. Thanks. You weren't snow. Apologies, not needed. Thank you, Cherry. Thank you. Whew. I think I'll be fine, but I'll just put something on Facebook. Not Facebook, Instagram in a bit. Right. Bye bye, everybody.